I'm Spring. I have 422 friends, yet I'm lonely. I speak to all of them every day, yet none of them really know me. The problem I have sits in the spaces between looking into their eyes or at the name on the screen. I took a step back and opened my eyes. I looked around and realized that this media we call social is anything but when we open our computers and it's our door we shut. All this technology we have is just an illusion. Community, companionship, a sense of inclusion. But when you step away from this device of delusion, you awaken to see a world of confusion, a world where we are slaves to the technology we mastered, where information gets sought by some rich, greedy bastard. A world of self-interest, self-image, and self-promotion, where we all share our best beats but leave out the emotion. We're at our most happy with an experience we shared. But is it the same if no one is there? Be there for your friends and they'll be there too. But no one will be if a group message will do. We edit and exaggerate, crave adulation. We pretend not to notice the social isolation. We put our words into order and tint our lives a glistening. We don't even know if anyone is listening. Being alone is not a problem. Let me just emphasize. If you read a book, paint a picture, or do some exercise, you're being productive and present, not reserved and recluse. You'll be awake and attentive and putting your time to good use. So when you're in public and you start to feel alone, put your hands behind your head. Step away from the phone. You don't need to stare at the menu or at your contract list. Just talk to one another. Learn to coexist. I can't stand to hear the silence of a busy commuter train when no one wants to talk for the fear of looking insane. We're becoming unsocial. It no longer satisfies to engage with one another and look into someone's eyes. We're surrounded by children who, since they were born, have watched us living like robots, who now think is the norm. It's not very likely you will make world greatest debt if you can entertain a child without using an iPad. When I was a child, I'd never be home be out with my friends on our bikes with Rome. I'd wear holes on my trainers and graze up my knees. We'd build our own clubhouse, hide up in the trees. Now the park's so quiet, it gives me a chill. Seeing no children outside and the wings hanging still. There's no skipping, no hopscotch, no church and no steeple. We're a generation of idiots, smartphone and dumb people. So look up from your phone, shut down the display, take in your surroundings, make the most of today. Just one real connection is all it can make. To show you the difference that being there can make. Be there in the moment that she gives you the look that you remember forever as when love overtook. The time she first held your hand or first kissed your lips. The time you first disagreed but you still love her to bits. The time you don't have to tell hundreds of what you just done. Because you want to share this moment with just this one. The time you sold your computer so you can buy the ring for the girl of your dreams, who is now the real thing. The time you want to start a family, and the moment when you first hold your little girl and get to fall in love again. The time she keeps you up at night and all you want is rest. And the time you wipe out the tears as your baby flees the nest. The time your baby girl returns with a boy for you to hold. And the time he calls you grandson and makes you feel really old. The time you've taken all you've made just by giving life attention, and how you're glad you didn't waste it by looking down at some invention. The time you hold your wife's hand, sit down beside her bed, you tell her that you love her and light a kiss upon her head. She then whispers to you quietly as her heart gives a final beat that she's lucky she got stopped by the lost boy in the street. But none of these times ever happened. You never had any of this. When you're too busy looking down, you don't see the chances you missed. So look up from your phone, shut down those displays. We have a final act is tense, a set number of days. Don't waste your life getting caught in the net. As when the end comes, nothing worse than regret. I'm guilty too of being part of this machine. This digital world, we are heard but nothing. Where we type as we talk, and we read as we chat. Where we spend hours together without making eye contact. So don't give in to a life where you follow the hype. Give people your love. Don't give them your like. Disconnected from the need to be heard and defined. Go out into the world. Leave destruction behind. Look up from your phone. Shut down the display. Stop watching this video. Live the real way. And here's Spring again. Mike, bye.